So today we're going to ask you a few quick fire questions and go in a little bit more depth about your life.
So my number one thing is I happen to have in my bag here my good friend, ta-da, Sam McKnight does the best hair. Actually, my colorist is here as well, Josh Wood, and he has been looking after my hair color for the last 15 years. But Eamon and Sam, the team at Sam McKnight, look after my styling, and they've just got this cool girl hair, which I just think that is so cool. This is cool girl hair, by the way, if you're wondering what it is. So I love these products. Then, of course, I can't sort of survive without my Super Elixir multivitamin, mineral, probiotics.
And you've got the travel sachets.
These are the travel sachets. So I put 2 of these in water, and especially when I'm traveling, with jet lag, before I get on the plane, I take 2 of these. And then when I get off the plane, I take 2 of these, and it really helps with this travel I live in Miami and I come to London, so that, and then I have these, which are brilliant. Chocolate, protein, plant protein, nourishing protein powder. I have them in chocolate and vanilla, and these are like a snack or a meal replacement. I love chocolate. I'm a chocoholic, and rather than eating chocolate bars out of the mini bar, I give these to the housekeeping, and they mix it up with some water or some almond milk. Yeah, and it's a delicious snack.
It is.
There you go.
We love it. And so where would you go for beauty treatments? Do you have a go-to?
Well, Nicola Joss does fantastic sort of facial massage, and as I said, I go and see Josh Wood for my hair. I love Dr. Sabag. Does great treatments for my skin. I don't do a lot of treatments for topical treatments. I really believe that beauty comes from the inside, and I notice that if my diet is clean, and if I'm on a plant-based alkaline diet, and my skin just glows. So I really truly believe that wellness and beauty comes from the inside. Well, I've spent too much time in the sun, and my skin really shows it, but I just love the warmth. Now, Dr. Sabag just gave me some drops called tanning drops for the face. So I'm really looking forward to trying those, because that hopefully will give me the glow that I like without having to, damage my skin in the sun. Yeah. So
do you always
a bit of both.
Do you cover up in the sun, or
always with a cowboy hat? I'm a cowboy hat, and I think I prefer to kind of cover up in the sun than to put sunblock, because I can never judge how the sunblock is going to work or how much time I've been in the sun. So it's like get a little bit of sun in the morning and the evenings. But during the day, I tend to wear long sleeves and a hat.
We know you're low maintenance, but what are the kind of finishing touches that you would do?
First thing inside, so lots of water. First of all, water and Super Elixir first thing, and without that, for me that's like a coffee. And also, I know I'm getting all my vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, everything I need in this little sachet. And then I just get this Chanel. It's like a Chanel bronzer. Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I get a brush and I just put it all over my face with some, this is really good for me too, this Glossier brow brush. Yeah. So I just really do this and this. Wow. And that's it. Wow. And a pair of sunglasses. That helps. Yeah. And that. Definitely beach waves.
Do you do them yourself, or?
I don't really do my hair myself. I just wash it, and often I just put it up in a knot on my head, and when I take it down, then I get sort of a bit of a messy wave. There's also, Sam has some other great products that can give that kind of beach wave texture. Texture is really important, especially when you have sort of lowlights and highlights like I do with my hair. Sort of a bit of texture really helps it.
And thinking back to your modelling days and all the time you spent in front of the camera, what's been your worst beauty mishap?
There's been quite a few bad hair days along the way. I think I remember putting sun in my hair, it was like a peroxide bleach.
I remember it. And it
turned my hair orange. For Sports Illustrated was not a good look. I don't recommend it. No more sun in. Listen, I've had my ins and outs and ups and downs as far as your styling is concerned and hair and makeup, but you just got to laugh because we're all human and we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you get it right and sometimes you don't, and that's okay.
Now, we know you work out every day, and you've talked on Get the Gloss about how you love things like, especially outdoor activities, hiking, stand-up paddleboarding, swimming in the ocean, and you do a bit of yoga. But when you're travelling, how do you manage to fit fitness in?
If I'm in London, nothing better than walking around Hyde Park, going for a jog. I love to go to yoga. So wherever I am, I find out where there's a good yoga studio. I know Try Yoga is here and have great classes throughout the day. So I try to build that into my program. Or if I'm, wherever I am, if I'm in Australia, I might go for surf. In Miami, I'll go water skiing. If I'm in Aspen, I'll go hiking or skiing. So I try to just mix it up and be outdoors in nature and breathe in some fresh air and just connect with where I am.
Would we find you on a mat in your hotel room doing a workout, or would you rather just...
I like to go to a class. Yeah. I love the energy from a class. There's nothing like sitting in, and you don't know anybody, but everybody, especially in yoga, is there for the same thing. They're there to practice, and that moment where you just say namaste at the end of the meeting and you feel everybody's presence is just really beautiful.
And would you pick a dynamic class over a restorative?
I like a vinyasa flow.
Do you ever have those days where you just want to hide under the duvet? And how do you get yourself out? I'm not a duvet diver because I just see life as so... Even when I'm not having a good day, I'm okay in life. And I don't see working out as a chore, and I don't see a wellness program as a chore. Actually, it's a joy. There's nothing better for me than not being on the road and just being able to do the things I love to do that I know are good for me. I just feel so well. Yeah. And but I'm gentle on myself as well. It's like you can do it, and you don't, and that's okay. We go on, living. And that's why having simple things like this makes it so much easier because, if you can't get good organic whole food, all your vitamins and minerals in a meal, then at least you make an effort to making sure that you can get it in this great powder. One thing that actually I've taken from reading your columns over the years for getting out of bed in the morning, and that's just to spend, I think you said you spend about 10 minutes just sort of being grateful for the day and thinking about what's to come, and that certainly really helped me. Yes, absolutely. I think the biggest change I made was not picking up my phone first thing. If you can defer that phone moment or screen moment, it's so much easier just to really be present in the day. So I take that moment, I open up my eyes, I do some small meditation, whatever that means for you. And some sort of just like, wow, I'm just, thank you, thank you for all I have. And I do that at the end of the day as well. And, it's before the brain sort of kicks in with all the kind of stuff you have to do and answering emails and checking Instagram. And it's like we go off in a different world when we do that. So I just try to keep no screens. I put on music in the house and I get my son up. And we have breakfast together, and we drive to school. And then only once I drop him off from school and get home do I, or even defer it to when I've gone for a walk or run or swim. So I try to make that period of no screens as long as possible. Yeah, it really makes a difference how you get out of bed in the morning, doesn't it? Absolutely. Obviously, you're known as the body. Yeah. Has that been a pressure for you at all? I don't wake up in the morning and go, look at me, I'm the body. But how do I stay the body? No, I don't. I've actually, listen, I saw it as a very good business opportunity. It's been a great trademark to have over the years. I certainly didn't make it up. So Time magazine mentioned it in 1986, I think. There was an article and it was called Elle Macpherson, and then it just sort of stuck. And I think it really referred to the fact that I had this very different type of Amazonian statuesque, sculptural, athletic body, which wasn't particularly fashionable at the time. And I realised that
I was never going to be a tiny girl, and trying to fit into what was fashionable at the time was just impossible. So I learned to be myself, and I learned to embrace my qualities and to go with it. And so from a personal level, the body really just helped me be me. And from a business perspective, I trademarked the name and I used it in various businesses along the way. And it's just, it is what it is. But
do you find it easy to stay the shape that you are, or does it take work now?
Well, I'm less interested in my silhouette than I am in the way I feel. So fortunately, the byproduct of looking after myself from a nutritional point of view is that my skin is better, my shape is better, I'm stronger, I feel more vibrant, I have less sugar cravings, I've lost weight from places that were really difficult to lose weight.
For example?
Yeah.
We're talking
muffin tops. And, look, the regular things that we have when there's inflammation and, if we're not eating well and not drinking enough water and not sleeping enough. So but it's really not about my shape. I can give or take 10 pounds and nobody will really know much difference.
Really?
I know. And the difference is I don't feel great. And I don't feel great because I don't have enough vitamins and minerals usually, or I'm not sleeping enough or not drinking enough water. So feeling good is my motivation, and looking good is the byproduct.
So we're all quite interested in your alkaline diets. What's been on the menu for you today?
Today's been a really good day as far as alkalinity is concerned, because I made some protein balls with my protein powder and Super Elixir. I had a Super Elixir this morning. I had a power bowl lunch, which was some quinoa, and I don't eat a lot of grains, but broccoli, asparagus, kale, a bunch of greens and quinoa, and I'm just about to have another Super Elixir this afternoon. So it's been a good day as far as managing nourishment is concerned.
And you don't eat meat, but you eat the odd bit of fish, is that right?
Well, I suggest if people want to eat animal protein, and I love having a vegan diet, that's really working for me at the moment, but I don't recommend it for everybody. But if people do like to eat animal protein, I suggest that they have organic grass-fed beef, or they have line-caught fish. That's where we have the least amount of toxins, and it's the kind of animal protein that I think does well. A lot of people have suggested sardines because they're small and there's a lot less toxicity in them.
Right, I've heard that too.
So I look at that, but really for me it's all about plants.
You said in a recent column for Get the Gloss, where we talked about everything kind of tummy related, that the best ab workout is giving up sugar, because sugar creates visceral fat, which is the damaging,
absolutely
the most dangerous type of fat. Loads of people would love to give up sugar, I'm sure, and I think you've done it. How did you do it, and any tips?
Well, sugar is highly addictive. They say it is as difficult to give up as heroin. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but I know that sugar is a very addictive substance, and it's really difficult to give up. And the first 2 or 3 days are hard. I find that if I'm taking my Super Elixir religiously, even 2 or 3 times a day, that the sugar cravings go. So if I can get through 1 and 2 or 3 days of no sugar, then it's quite easy. I do have dark chocolate. About an 80% or 90% dark chocolate, and that does it for me. As long as I can have a few cubes of dark chocolate during the day, that really helps. And just make sure I have plenty of super greens. And
what did you give up from your
from sugar? Well, no, it's more, sugar can be the sugar that you get from pasta, from wheat products turns into sugar, bread turns into sugar, obviously cookies and baked goods, we know sugar in your tea, sugar in your coffee, sugar desserts. So I tend to look to cacao as my dessert option, and nuts and seeds, and it sounds really boring, but it's great. Once you get into this program, it is just so satisfying.
What would be your last meal on earth if you could have anything and it wouldn't matter?
I love chocolate cake, I love pavlova, I love cream pie, I love birthday cake. So I'd probably have birthday cake. That would be my last meal. Hopefully there won't be a last meal because I'm eternal.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I don't see wellness as a trend. I see wellness as a stable life force, actually. And it's wonderful that, we don't look at wellness as being brown rice and Birkenstocks anymore. Actually, I believe wellness is true luxury. And I wanted to start Wellco because I wanted to share this with other women. It wasn't like a trend and I thought, oh, the wellness industry looks like it's going for a big revolution. Why don't I jump on that bandwagon? It's a very personal it was a personal experience. It came from and that's why we've made, from my own health concerns, and that's why we've maintained a small group of products. I mean, the sleep tea is extremely important for me. It's made with valerian, which is like nature's Valium. It's a fantastic product. And
you really prioritise your sleep now. That's something that was...
Never did. I thought I was superwoman. I thought the fact that I slept 4 hours a night was so cool. I was like, see, I've got so much energy. But my nutritionist said, you're just running on adrenaline. And she said, how long do you think you can do that for?
Any advice for aspiring wellbeing entrepreneurs? Now you've been in the business 5 or 6 years. What have you learned and what would you advise other people?
I think the most important thing is to have no regrets. I think the past serves as a beautiful learning curve, and if we've bothered to learn from what we perceive to be our mistakes or our successes, then it's a beautiful foundation for moving forward to evolving in your business life, whatever that is. I truly believe in the power of now, because what you do and what you say now creates your future. So be mindful and be present, and do what you love. Love what you do, and you never work another day in your life.
Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to Get the Gloss TV, and please do read Elle's column. It's every month on getthegloss.com. Thank you.